Hi, in this video, I'm going to be talking about bloodstone. Yes, bloodstone. This deep or dark green stone has red spots on it. So I'm sure you have it in your collection, or most people have it in their collection because it's readily available and it's a very, very special stone. So if you don't have bloodstone, consider buying bloodstone because, oh my gosh, this stone is just such a stone that will truly, truly, truly help you in a lot of ways if you truly understand the reason why it's in your life. So this is a raw piece of bloodstone. Maybe you can't really see the reddish spots on it very clearly, but it's a raw piece. And then I have this very special piece. It's mostly has red on one side, oops, and green in the back. I really, really feel a special connection with this piece. This red here just reminds me so much of life and the power of the blood and the power of life force and the power of circulation. And then I have another piece here, which is more green, in the front, and it has like some reddish spots in the back. But nonetheless, these are just various pieces of bloodstones. You'll find them in different, shades, or more red and greens, or more green or red, but whatever. Yeah. So I love this stone very much because when it came into my life, it had a few messages for me. Number one, bloodstone. It was basically like, my name is Bloodstone. So right there, I knew what this stone was going to be for in my life because there's no accident. Even just by the mere fact that it's called Bloodstone, it really goes to show a lot about what the stone is about. There's no accident. Yes, this stone was going to help me with my life force. There's power in the blood. The blood is our life force. So that was the first message that basically the stone gave to me. My name is Bloodstone. Number two, the stone was basically telling me and showing me, number one, Caroline, you have to examine your life and stop the bleeding, stop the drainage, stop the leakages. Anything that was taking away my life force in the form of draining my life or causing my life force to leave my body, to leave my space, to leave my energy field, or causing me to lose energy in any way, shape, or form had to go. And that was the message that Bloodstone was basically showing to me. So I truly, 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 truly love, love, love this stone. So the thing about Bloodstone is it has this color, green, and it has the color red. Green always symbolizes healing. It always symbolizes nature. It always symbolizes restoration to balance. So the green of the bloodstone in combination with the red, which is the color of blood, which is truly our life force, is something to be paid attention to. And I realized that lesson early on as I started working on this stone. What is blood basically? Blood is our life force, and blood is made up of red blood cells and white blood cells. The red blood cells, of course, supply oxygen to our bodies. And the white blood cells, they fight diseases in our bodies. So when you're working with bloodstone, you're thinking, oh my gosh, what is bringing oxygen into my body? What is making me come alive? What is making me breathe? What is taking away the oxygen from our bodies? What is causing us not to breathe? What's causing a blood drainage? Like when you think about it, really, we all know what happens to us when blood is drained from your body. You know what I'm saying? When you lose a lot of blood from your body, you know what is happening to you. So Bloodstone really was showing me at some point in my life, Caroline, this is the drainage. This is what is causing you not to be able to breathe. This is what's causing the life force not to flow smoothly in your life. And I was identifying all those issues in my life. I'm telling you the truth. It's just like, oh my gosh, how am I feeling today? I feel like I can't breathe. I feel like something is taking away the energy in my life. Someone, some event, some situation, some thought, some memory is taking away the energy from my life. I can't breathe. I feel overwhelmed. What is this thing? and I would identify that thing, and I would plug that leak. I would stop that bleeding. And I'm telling you, when these things are happening in our lives, we just have to let go. We have to take that power and stop these things, or figure out how to solve these situations. So we are not only putting a band-aid on a wound, but we are dealing with it so that this thing can be healed. Because if we leave these unhealed situations in our lives, it's really not going to be to our benefit. So Bloodstone taught me to notice what was causing me to breathe and what was causing me to lose my breath. At the same time, blood also has white blood cells. The red blood cells supply oxygen, and the white blood cells, which make up the blood, which is the life force, they fight diseases in our bodies. So, in a way, Bloodstone showed me that I not only have to stop the drainage, but I also have the strength. It gave me the strength and the courage to fight these drainages in my life, to fight and prevent these blockages in my life. So it kind of gives you the vitality and the strength and the courage and the stamina and the power to stop blockages and drainages in your life. I tell you, there's so many interesting things in this life that no one has to move on with their lives feeling like they have a loss of blood, a lot of loss in their blood. And also, now that I'm thinking about it, seriously, when Bloodstone truly helps a lot with the circulation issues. The blood, how the blood flows into our body supplies nutrients and minerals into our bodies and into all the organs of our bodies, and it deals a lot with our emotions, because the fluidity because emotions are basically water. So there's that element of blood helping us to get in balance emotionally by supplying all the goodies, all the wonderful things that need to come in order for us into our lives, in order for our emotions to be stabilized. So Bloodstone really helps us also to be stabilized emotionally because of the flow of blood that comes in. Once you remove the drainages from your life, once you remove the leakages and the blockages, then you can come back into balance. So Bloodstone, on top of every other thing, it helps with blood-related diseases and issues. If you're having, for example, high blood pressure, you have to examine your life and think, what is causing that internal pressure? What is causing the inner stress? Is it anger? Is it stress? What's the inner pressure about that's causing you to have high blood pressure? So when you're working with the stone, think about these things. Why do I have high blood pressure? Why do I have low blood pressure? What is that sluggishness or the weakness or the inner weakness, or that my blood cannot be able to pump to the way that it needs to pump, or to flow the way it needs to flow? Why do I have anemia? When you have something like anemia, or it doesn't even have to be in a physical sense, you can be anemic even in your environment. You have to think, what is this thing that is causing a reduction of red blood cells? Anemia is basically maybe a reduction of red blood cells, and then you think about red blood cells supply oxygen in my life. So what is this thing that's causing the oxygen to leave my body? So when you're working with stones, when you think about, what is this process? Why do I feel anemic in my life? What's causing the anemia in my environment? Work on that. What's causing me to have high blood pressure? Work on that. What's causing me to have low blood pressure? Work on that. What's causing me to have a blood clot in my life? A blood clot is caused by maybe a reduction in movement. When you're not moving a lot, there's no change in your life. Think about it. What is causing that? Why are you not able to move? So work with a stone to figure out, how can I change my life around so I'm moving, so the blood is flowing smoothly up and down in my system and providing me with all the minerals that I need to survive. So Bloodstone taught me the importance of paying attention to the flow of blood in order for us to get healed. Pay attention to the red the color of your sacral chakra and your root chakra to some degree. The life force that makes you be the person that you are, the powerful being that you are. And come back into balance with the green of the heart chakra, the healing color of green, the healing color of Archangel Raphael, who is a healing angel, and just the healing life force, the balancing color of nature. So bloodstone is such a powerful stone. Don't be drained by anything that is draining your life. I'm telling you, just get rid of that stuff. Just make it a point to try your level best to just get rid of things that are draining you. We are here to live. We are here to be a force of life. And drainages, leakages, and blockages have to be stopped. And that is what Bloodstone taught me. So thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Keep breathing, keep the oxygen levels up, and I love you so much. Bye.